Alright, here we are, last game of the day. Winner qualifies for Group B of the Phase 2 of this whole Summer Cup. That winner qualifies for the Summit 9. It's a whole tournament inside of a qualifier, inside a tournament, inside a qualifier. It's this whole thing. And LeftOneTV, they've got one as they won the first game. GangSquad won the second game, and we get into game 2. Axe Skywrath Mage from LeftOneTV, Tusk Lashrak from GangSquad. No Crystal Maiden this time. And on top of that, no Tiny yet from LeftOneTV if they're going to go that direction, which we've seen in the last 2 games. So, very interesting.
Really surprised, no Tiny. You did explain it to me. Hopping in, by the way. Hi. Axe Skywrath, as an opener for LeftOneTV, they did run this a couple of times. Especially, I'm pretty sure with the exact same bands as well. I've seen that before coming out from them. Definitely packs a punch. How was it, especially the first game? I catch a glimpse of the second one. But how did it look in the first one? Because GangSquad, they did surprise not only in the Summer Cup, but also in a couple of other tournaments. As recently just casted them, they did run over Megalada in convincing fashion. I gotta see what else they did here. Over no bounty head as well.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, the cube looked really... The cube Tiny looked really good. Was just making plays. He was involved in, like... When they were at 21 kills, he was involved in 17 of the 21. So, basically, always involved. 80% of the kills as a position forward Tiny. And then S-Skill was really good in that game 1 as the Windrunner. The second game was a complete outdraft. GangSquad took care of them very easily with the Ursa.
10 seconds
yeah,
remaining.
Ursa was definitely favored for them. They picked it a couple of times. It's a really good Oliver hero.
5 seconds remaining.
I need to pick it up. Wonder what Arman is actually drafting here. Looks like a really good lifesteal game to me, but he has been banned in the first phase. Up there would be the Juggernaut or the Chaos Knight for them. They do favor those 2 heroes. And Chaos Knight especially can work out against an Axe, because you have extra stun control on the lane. You also have the Lashrak and the Tusk already, meaning you have 3 powerful stuns. And stacking up stuns, well, never it does go wrong, right?
Sometimes you get too many stuns and it goes wrong. I mean, I like to see stuns on stuns on stuns, but at the same time, I feel like you need a little bit more utility out there instead of just stunning.
5 seconds
But
remaining.
that's just my thought. I don't know. Probably stupid.
So, third pick. What you're looking for on LeftOneTV? You have Scarif Axe set up. There's still the opportunity to go for some fancy picks. The Invoker has been picked up by GangSquad, so does the Faceless Void. Maybe I want to move for something a little bit more defensive. I was thinking about the Witch Doctor. That's a hero we have seen a little bit more, especially... Despite the nerf just getting picked up for the heal in the early stages, and he's quite the safe lane support these days.
Radiant team pick.
Nyx Assassin also up there.
Wow.
That's new. Ogre. Okay.
Magi is... I haven't seen an Ogre in a competitive game unless your name is Koos in... who knows how long.
Yeah, it has been a while. He's like one of these heroes that always resurfaces a little bit, but he really only fits in that build your own kind of carry kit with the Bloodlust, and his stun is just not amazing. His harass isn't as good anymore. Like, there's just better heroes that spam out abilities to harass, but hey, they picked 3 of them, so that's a lot of harass coming out from LeftOneTV for the lanes. Wonder if we're gonna see something like Sand King coming out for GangSquad. They have been running these double melee off lanes for quite a while. So just like Sand King together with the Tusk is a powerful combination that should be able to stack up against an Ogre, because Ogre can't really move into harass against these 2.
I'm hoping this Ogre Magi can just run at people Koos style. Not care. Naga Siren, okay.
That's another beefy hero. Reduces the armor of both the Ogre and the Axe, and pretty much hits the Scour for 3 damage or pure damage. So yeah, I can see that work. It gives them a root, so now they have something else beside the Tusk. It pierces the spell immunity eventually if there's something picked up from LeftOneTV. So that's always what you want to look for. You want to check these 3 boxes. You want some deep push in the first 3 picks. You want something that pierces BKB, and you want 1 burst damage ability. And well, burst damage not completely, but Lashrak does deliver on the damage part.
going to see a Warlock with this Naga Siren.
No, definitely no. But
Hey,
that's the Jug for LeftOneTV.
Stormstormer was the Juggernaut last time, so I kind of like this, and I'm trying to probably not. The last time they did something similar to this, they went Sniper, but I just don't see it happening with Naga Siren as well as the Tusk. You can kind of get in a little bit too close to the Sniper, and I think when you're able to get that deep, it's not going to work out.
Not a sniper enough. So what is GangSquad actually picking up here? Look at LeftOneTV bounce. Like, they're pretty much banned out the entire Oliver carry lineup. Besides the Slug, I was about to say, but that's picking a Slug into Axe Skyrev Mage. It is good against the Juggernaut because you have that instant protection against the Omni Slash, but I'm not quite sure. Like, the Axe Slug lane is always that coin flip. Like, if the Axe gets ahead, he just pushes you under the tower and there's nothing you can do against the damage he dishes out, especially for Scarif on top. If you have a zone him out, or like get a slight advantage over him, then it turns the exact other way. And well, I think it can work with how they set up Naga Siren. Still don't know if this is a Leshrac core. Might still be something like an offlane toss, some shenanigans. But yeah. What do you think? Slug gonna work or an absolute fail?
I think Sark could work. Again, we've seen a couple of these games come down to positioning and tempo of the game. And I really think that this Sark game depends on both the positioning as well as where the tempo lies. So we'll see if it works out. As
10 seconds remaining.
I think this Sark, I mean this Leshrac is definitely a core.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it looks a little bit more like it, but it does leave open. They do not have the last pick, so LeftOneTV might choose to pick up something like a Lina. Still in the pool, hasn't been banned out, would give them even more burst damage against the Slug. Definitely looks like a Lina game to me. Or they go with the signature Viper, you know?
Yeah, we saw the Viper on GangSquad. It wasn't really that good.
So, what are you going for on GangSquad?
Radiant team pick.
Pugna. Interesting.
Interesting little...
That is a lot of push.
Yeah, the Leshrac's gonna push. Pugna's gonna push. I kind of like it. It sets up pretty well. I like the Naga with the Pugna.
I think the only thing they're lacking is a little bit of frontline, because Tusk, Naga, Siren, they're pretty good early on, but if the Axe comes online, he might just call into them, like he doesn't really fear the damage that much. So they most certainly have to look out that they take initiations or fights where after the laning phase to lock down towers and make sure they stay ahead. I feel like the moment you fall behind with this kind of draft is where you never reach an enemy tower ever again.
I'm worried about what comes after the song. Is the song there strictly for the reset? Like, you know, sometimes you see Naga with like a Murano or Naga with a Warlock, where they have the arrow to follow that up, or they have the chaotic offering to follow it up. And here it's Naga, maybe Split Earth comes out on one target, or a Pounce as well. I'm not 100% sold on this lineup.
I think that's a fair point. You're right on that one. Just seen it recently. Again, like Naga Siren into like even a Jakira on position 5 to have that guaranteed ice path on maybe one or multiple heroes. It really does look like a reset button, or to just let the Slug survive a fight. They also have to deal with the Juggernaut spinning like. There's something still after the song they can look for. Axe prone to or can go into that BKB if he goes out of control. LeftOneTV certainly has more answers to the lineup right now, and they still have that last pick. And I gotta say, I feel like Lina is the perfect pick here. You just absolutely dominate the Pugna in the lane. You are a great hero against the Slug, great against the Leshrac as well. Only thing you would have to watch out for is like the control coming out from Tusk and Naga Siren, but if you time it correctly, you can even stun them when they come out of Snowball.
Choose your
Puck
comes out.
Stormer Puck. Okay. That works as well. That gives them another form of burst damage. Additional silence for the Slug. Call is quite nice to have as well against this type of lineup. Alright. Who's your money on?
Control here for LOTV. This time Stormstormer is on the Puck. I don't know if I mean, I guess they're throwing Stormer mid?
I believe that is correct.
But Stormer's been the safe laner, then Eskil was on the mid last game with the Pugna, and Waga was in the off lane. They're just switching it up.
Well, Stormer usually does play the mid. So I would assume... Yeah,
everybody's been everywhere at this point.
They just really want to confuse you.
I'm okay with that. You know, keep me on my toes. And here we go. I kind of like... It really depends. It really depends on how Slark's positioning is. I think there are a lot more things for LOTV that can make this go right. Like, they're not solely dependent on one person. I think GangSquad are kind of solely dependent on the Slark, whereas you can use the Axe to blink call. You could find that, you know, with an ult from a Skywrath Mage. Juggernaut can find his farm. Puck's got control. You know, with the Bloodlust, the Stun, the Slow. There's so much here for LOTV, whereas for GangSquad, I think they might be a little bit too dependent on that Slark.
I agree. On the first glance, you see LeftOneTV only having one core with the Juggernaut, but then you realize, hey, there's a Puck in this game with Bloodlust. Eventually, has good talents as well to go towards damage, and they have an Axe that can transition into a nightmare for these kind of heroes, especially the Slark. So I would give it to LeftOneTV. I feel like they have the way more solid draft, more answers, more synergy between the heroes. GangSquad, well, they might surprise us because they have been practicing the Slark and the Tusk for a while. Apparently pinging as well.
Oh, you got to be ready for the voice chat spam as well as the tip spam. It's been fun. I for one enjoy tip spamming.
I do as well. It's enjoyable. It's better than, like, it's subtle.
It's safer than dropping an item on the ground or, you know, doing something stupid.
Yeah, like, it's better than blatantly being toxic in chat. You know, like every pub game ever. Oh, they might run into trouble here.
Yeah, 4 heroes here for GangSquad as Eskil is trying to run. The Sharks actually don't lock him in, and he's able to just walk away.
That's the perfect voice line, Cube.
Seriously, some really perfect voice lines.
They have the perfect heroes to just taunt in this game. Maybe this is the drafting strat. You just pick heroes where you have the perfect voice line just to taunt your enemy when they make a mistake.
Just pick via voice line. Be down for that.
Yeah. Gotta say, that did not look good. That should have been the first blood.
Yeah, Shards, it looked like the Shards were almost online, and they just kind of unfortunately pushed him out, but RMN taking a little bit of damage from Cube. The Shards push him away this time. Placed nicely, but RMN could be in trouble with the battle hunger on him. This could be first blood, and Cube will get it as he kills off RMN, and I think doesn't even get the stun. So now Afromoosh, he'll get chased down. Eskil here with the battle hunger in just a moment. Saw an amount of damage coming out, as well as the Tango to try and survive, and my Shards are nicely placed, and we'll keep him away. But Cube still going. Cube doesn't want to give this up. And, he needs it. There's the mango, but the salve. Afromoosh still running in between the tier 1, tier 2, and comes back at Cube. And will end
Too far committed. Yeah, he has no regrets on that one.
No. Bravo for Cube.
No, that's pretty normal diving tier 2 towers on a Skywrath level 1. It's like, that's the average Skywrath game, right?
You've got the damage, you can go for it.
Gotta watch out, he's gonna take tower hits here, but he's fine. He's just gonna take a trip to the base, TP's on the lane for free. Probably has no talisman up.
Locked in with the Shards, the Split Earth, as well as the Pounce Leash. Afromoosh gets the kill, and that's the combination they have here with the tri-lane and the off-lane for the side of GangSquad. They've got the Leash, they've got the Shards, they've got the Split Earth. So they've got a lot here that they can kind of string together to maybe find a couple of kills if they're not too careful on the side of LOTV. And again, Wagamama, there's the Pounce Leash. And it will be enough damage to get the kill on the Wagamama. So 2 kills here straight for GangSquad, and Oliver full health.
Especially pick off on the Juggernaut. And he should be able to get the TP out.
No, he's dead.
Oh, he... What?
Dies in the well.
How did that happen? Was that Orb of Venom or anything? No. Wow, really the hit in the end. The invis hit from the sky in the base. Interesting.
The Ignite is what burned him out in the well. Didn't immediately get that heal. Afro-Mouche.
Well then.
Trying to walk away. Cube is just... He's one of the most aggressive fours I think I've seen.
Yeah, it's really hard to play the Scaraf, right? Run at heroes and you press one button. You keep running, you press another button.
Yeah, but this is also based off the fact that he did it with a couple of other heroes like the Tiny, and now the slow comes out. Mirror image used by Boogie. An illusion. That one's an illusion as well. Boogie turns back for just a moment, and
E-skill.
they think about going in. Over top, Eskil running away. Oliver, he's got the battle hunger on him. Eskil gets the sal, but immediately stopped. There's the split earth with the lightning storm still alive, though. Running away and finally drops to RMN. Cube is here a little bit too late. And
yeah,
they take out Eskil.
That was the downside of not having the Berserker's Call. We see this quite often where you just max out like the battle hunger and the counter helix and you just rely on not getting harassed because they don't want to go in melee range. To you, but having a call in this lane would be so beneficial against the Slug because Slug wants to stack up on his essence shift before he goes low. If you just have to force or you just force him to go away from you earlier on with the Berserker's Call, that usually helps you. Armin is in trouble here. Blind call?
Yeah, should be able
joke's
to
on you.
Just get out, no call. And there it is, Eskil. Doesn't get the kill, but he pushes out the Leshrac. Boogie now going to TP over towards top.
Yeah, Slug did shift to bottom. Oliver is now on the off lane.
So just going back and
I think this is
forth
smart.
between these lanes.
Yeah.
Do you like the Slark
Oliver
against Jug?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, Oliver should not have any problems against the Juggernaut whatsoever. The only problem I see is that Hovite just starts trading with him, but trading with a Slug is always a little bit tricky. I could see that at the first chance they are, or like, at least they finish up like a Ring of Health on E-skill, and just rotate him over and just keep swapping the lanes, because Slug is now down a TP. Meaning, whenever you TP, you're gonna have the advantage on him.
Hunger just thrown out on Boogie. And yeah, Boogie really can't stay nearby. Eskil's gonna have quite the time. So he's just able to really farm up, and they'll be going for that Vanguard. And he should have it relatively quickly as Shard's blocking OVT. Oliver comes over, but they don't commit to it. They don't want to commit to this ogre. He's got 8 armor, so he's still hard to kill.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Again, look at this. Just Eskil able to cut these creeps, get this farm. Farming very well. And it's just, it's impressive. 27-7. I mean, this is a lane that he should be dominating. Pushes him back with Battle Hunger. Makes it very hard for Boogie to stay in this lane. And has pushed him back a couple of times, and Eskil just pulling the creeps over, gets him into the neutral camp, makes it even easier for himself to just get these counter helixes, get this farm, and things are looking quite easy. These boots picked up for this Jug. They'll send Cube over, and now the Lightning Storm comes out, but there's the Bloodlust. They might look over to get Oliver as the pounce is away. We'll slow it up for just a moment, but there's the stun on top of it. Look for the Blade Fury on top of the Slark. And they'll get the kill. They look over at RMN, and stun is on cooldown for Hovite.
They're just hunting the Slark all across the map. I did not expect him to go in so lightly down here. Just, well, he gets a kill in the end. Level 3 spin is no joke to deal with, and once that bounces out, you just don't have an escape anymore. So, he's top again. But this time, E-skill is 2 levels ahead of him.
Yeah, level 6 and pounce a little short. Might still be dead as they've got the Insta and probably have Shards following it up. And with the split earth, they will get this kill on Eskil, but this is requiring a 4-man rotation on a half-health axe.
Dire's top tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
that's he's doing space. Like, he's on top of the last shot. He's getting towards that vanguard. He's gonna have it as a decent timing. Just gotta watch out that you don't give the Snark any chance to recover.
Yeah, that kill is not the worst considering 4 came over, but again, it's a, you know, like you said, you don't want to give Oliver a chance to come back, and with that kill, you know, it's a shot. You don't want to be giving that up.
It is a shot, but the other kills do not really matter that much in this matter.
Ooh,
like,
boy.
you want to... Boogie.
Yeah, Boogie getting bullied down. No call, so he can't really lock him down. He comes back over towards Cube, and I'm surprised Cube's not trying to help with this.
Oh, mid. Storm in trouble.
Stormer.
Is he?
It's a little bit low. Now the snowball comes out. That'll stun up over T, but they've gotten themselves the nice orb, the illusory orb over the top. Now the snow. This is the song to try and set up a kill, but Stormer should be okay. They're going after the tankiest hero in the bunch.
Yeah,
So
good luck hitting that in Ogre.
Yeah.
8 armor, 6.8 region with 2 mangoes. Good luck. Not going to happen. Make some space, light space, but again, it's still a better trade for Stormer with the puck.
Dire's middle tower is under
Coming
attack.
back will be 9. Stormer hit with the Lightning Storm. There's the Decrepify as well as the ulti, but the silence comes out from this Skywrath Mage, keeping himself probably alive at the moment. The phase shift illusory orb back to the high ground. Stormer still okay, but the Decrepify once again. Nether Blast avoided by the phase shift. Stormer, he's okay here. 6 seconds. It's short enough for him to survive.
Oh, that smoke gank directly under the ward. Completely scouted out. They're completely aware of this rotation. Stormer, you better not die here. Go set up a bait.
Yeah, we've seen it at least I see it a bunch of times where, despite knowing a smoke might be coming, they end up dropping anyway. And snowball, very short. Dream Coil onto 2. We're at, as well as S-Skill coming over with the Battle Hunger again. Still no call to work with. Pugna even comes in past the tier 1. He's the only one who comes over. So S-Skill comes in. He's got that newly minted Vanguard, but Dream Coil used, nothing to follow it up. No call. Goes 0-2-4-1.
Yeah. So, oh wow, Hovity gets sniped out by the Slark at top. They tried to go for the tower last hit apparently. The knight comes out for Oliver. But yeah, you talked about that they see the gang coming and they still do not back off. That's one of the reasons is you don't want to make it too obvious. Like, they know where they start to smoke, and if they know, well, the puck definitely knew we were coming. Sometimes it's a scam, but most of the time you expect, yeah, there must be water in that area, so you don't want to give away the water. And puck was fairly safe in that gang regardless.
Wagamama, okay. Life drain for just a moment.
Wonder if he wants to go for the Battle Fury in this game. I think it's more of a farming game for him, because in the late game they just straight up bust GangSquad.
Skill going for the Blink Dagger. He's got 600 gold saved up again, just farming at a nice pace at the moment, keeping up with the Pugna, and then Waga's keeping up with Oliver. So the game is even. 10 minutes in, game's even. Looking pretty good. Coming around the back,
yeah,
will be Cube. There's a concussive shot to slow down Boogie. Again, the song, but not going to care with that Blade Fury if he can keep up, maybe find the Omni Slash, but just at the last moment, song does hit as the Blade Fury runs out. He's not going to be able to stay nearby.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
He's skilled. We'll get the TP out. Most likely, yeah. No Tusk in range. Still not finding levels that much in a Tusk. You don't really want to be stuck that far behind it. Ooh, jump in mid.
Yeah, Dream Coil, Silence comes out with a Waning Rift. They've gotten the call finally from S-Skill. And there's the dunk on top, looking for more. The snowball spins and spins. Who does it go to? Nobody knows. It finally hits the Ogre, but nice shards to try and keep him away. The illusory orb, the jaunt over, and the kill. It's going to be 2 for the side of LOTV.
Yeah, good shot attempt, but it wasn't enough. Yeah, you said it. Finally, they have to call up and running. Blink Dagger will be in 1,000 gold. The tower will definitely help. For the pickup with Cube here on Boogie. Yeah. Not going to happen. Not enough mana. Yes. So, fan of the Skyref items?
I'm okay with it. Rod of Atos, I think it's fine. I don't know if he particularly needs it with the axe already in the game, going for blink calls, but even that much more in the lockdown is fine in my eyes.
Yeah, I think the lockdown helps, but I'm just not a fan that a hero is allowed to skip boots and everything on support and still be effective, and he probably, most likely, will get a solo kill in a second. Yep, there we go.
I understand that, you know, you may not like it without boots, but he's still got 1 armor and only 990 health. So, if somebody gets in his face, he's probably dead.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And reskill. Watch out, don't get too low against the partner. He can kill you.
And he's getting very close to that Blink Dagger, and then they've got that initiation to work with. And they'll have that with the Rod of Atos as well, which should come a little bit after the Blink Dagger, depending on how Cube farms. But things are looking really good for LOTV.
Warhammer did decide to go for the Yasha. Wonder if he wants to still go into the battlefield. We have seen that quite recently, for a lot of times actually, that you start off with the Yasha and then go into the Battle Fury just to have that accurate farm speed to just reach it. Because even with a Battle Fury, Jack is a little bit of a slower farm in comparison to other heroes. Jack does everything mediocre. He's not excellent at everything. Might end up being a fighting build whatsoever, because he can utilize the Bloodlust on the Ogre eventually. If he puts more than 1 point in it, that is.
Let me take a look over at Oliver. He's almost got this Shadow Blade finished off. The Blink Dagger comes out for the axe. And we're looking for a Naga Siren to have this Meteor Hammer. And then finally the Pugna with Veil. But, I mean, these guys on GangSquad, except for Slark, don't really have that much. It goes Slark and then the 3 cores of LOTV.
Yeah, what is your plan if your Slark falls in the fight? Then you're pretty much out of options. Like, you can try to make something up with a Lash Rank, which is under fault because it was a support. You have a partner, I guess.
Oh, that call on the 2. You've also got the ulti coming in from Cube, but here's the snowball, keeps him alive for now. Now on the back lines, nice Dream Coil to follow it up. They've also got the Omni Slash, but now they lose Stormstormer as well as S-Skill. This is going to become a problem as Cube gets taken out by Oliver. It's a 3 for 2 so far, turns into 4 for 2 as they take out Wagamama. Everything comes together for GangSquad. Hobati going to try and TP out. Will successfully do so, but that is a 4 for 1, heavily in the favor of GangSquad.
MVP Netherworld. Level 1 Netherworld completely destroyed him. Look at the partner damage. 3,300 damage. Or, to be precise, 3,322. I know Twitch will like that number, but yeah, just he made so much space in that fight. He completely destroyed the Skyref. Same goes to the Puck, as well as the Juggernaut. They just all lost their health immediately. And yes, they got a double kill with the Omni Slash, which is quite nice for the fact it's still level 1. But yeah, it's still a really big win for GangSquad here.
They bring the game back to even, and Sark moves forward, has himself that Shadow Blade, then going into the Echo Saber, and he gets a lot of gold coming out of that fight. And I was talking about how it was Slark then 3 cores on the side of LOTV just, what, 10 seconds ago? Maybe 20? All of a sudden, Pugna jumps up quite far, now is the Veil, and working towards that Yules.
Blink Dagger on Puck, still a little bit far behind. He has the Veil finished up on Stormstormer. He's sitting on 4th in the net worth chart. 2nd best in his team. Juggernaut slowly catching up, but after this fight, the Slark and the Puck are just on top of it and dominating. Really surprised I did not see this team fight happening so much in the favor on GangSquad. Not with the call starting off, but the Snowball excellently saved them at bot.
Yeah, it buys them enough time. You know, they've got the reset of the Naga. They've got the long delay of a good snowball. If they find a couple of heroes to wrap up in it, I like what GangSquad has to extend these fights. Again, I still think it comes down to positioning in some aspects.
Oliver. Watch out. Lots of heroes here. Did dodge out on the engagement. So they spotted out the water. Yeah, there you go. Some good deballing coming out.
Puck's got enough for that blink now. But,
oh, missed it.
Just avoiding the stun. Stormstormer grabs the blink from the side. Chop illusory orb. Should be far enough away. Should have the blink up and out in just a moment.
Nice attempt, though. If he landed that stun, he might have gotten down on the puck. Rotation top.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Taking over towards top. Boogie, Aframouche, as well as Nine are all here. Now they've got the Rod of Atos, but the snowball brings him closer to try and get this kill on S-Skill. Now he's decrepified. In a little bit of trouble with the Dream Coil comes out, as well as the Omni Slash. They'll clean up at least one. And there's the song. The TP out from Boogie will come in time. So, meanwhile, over bottom, Hobity also drops to Oliver. So, Oliver really pushing that farm. Now has himself the Echo Saber.
Yeah, this time they get the bailout and will lose one in the process on GangSquad. At least they made up for it on the other side of the map, but again, we've seen this guy of just putting the entire load into the partner ward and just getting annihilated in the fight. Barely survived in the tree line because they got a little bit too greedy on Wagamama at the end. But yeah, song bailout, that could have been much worse for GangSquad.
Oh, that's nice.
Maelstrom picked up here for the Jug. That Axe, he's got that blink going into the Blade Mail, and then Puck with the Yules coming in next. And then for the side of GangSquad, and you know Sark's got the Echo Saber as well as the Shadow Blade. Naga Siren with the Meteor Hammer going into the Axe. So now it's, you know, you get that Axe, it's more than just a reset.
Yeah, I think that this is a good compromise for what they planned originally in the team. I think they planned it as a reset and realized, well, we actually need it for offensive purposes, or more defensive purposes, that is, not only as a reset. So, going to the Agnes.
Finds S-Skill under the tier 1 tower. The Mystic Flare is out. Oliver has to run. Forced to use that ulti. RMN is there with him and runs right into Hobity. Unfortunate timing for Hobity to say, hey, I'm here. But the blink call out on the Tusk. There's the Decrepify Illusory Orb. They'll get the kill. So they at least get one of their own.
Constant brawling, 12 to 12. Gotta say, like, a little bit unlucky on Hobity. That's the fourth time he runs into Slark, I believe. Or Slark plus anyone, that is.
I kind of wish... You know, Naga is going for this Ags. What I've been seeing on Naga recently was more like Blink on the Naga Siren. You get that.
Yeah, it does make a little bit more sense, right? But I feel like with the amount of fun he has, I mean, Meteor Hammer at sub 20 minutes or sub 60 minutes that was on a Naga Siren that wasn't actively farming is a pretty, I mean, was actively farming, but yeah, it is a pretty good timing. And going to Agnems, I can see it work. It will help out with the heals, especially with the Slark. They have to double heal. Basically, it's a free heart for the Slark.
Yeah. And you can, you can go back to that Blink Dagger. There's nothing that says you can. It depends on how long it takes to get that Ags. I think Ags is a little bit more defensive terms of a song, and that's okay. You can be defensive with it if you're going to use it as a reset or a setup anyway. Why not get the Ags benefits out of it?
Yeah, I think it comes down to that they actually find the partner, but for now, Stormstormer might be one getting called out.
Yeah, there's the song right on top. They'll throw the Meteor Hammer with this. We'll see if rotations do in fact come out. Cube is here, but Stormstormer, no chance he gets out of this one, and now Cube might be in a little bit of trouble himself. They know they don't have the song. Skill trying to make something happen. The shards actually push him away from Oliver, as now they're deep into the trees. They'll look for something. The Yule is going to be used by this Pugna to avoid the Mystic Flare. 3 heroes here for the side of LOTV. They're trying to get the side of GangSquad low. They finally take out the Tusk, but they're going to lose 3, 4, possibly 5, as this is an Ogre caught in no man's land with the whole team coming in. The buyback comes out from S-Skill. They'll try to TP in. There's the Blink with the call, but the Meteor Hammer from the Naga not going to land. This is buyback from S-Skill that might turn into a death We got a couple of heroes coming in here, and finally 9 gets the kill with the Nether Blast. So S-Skill dropping twice, buying back, and that is a big chunk of gold going the way of GangSquad.
Yeah, that is pretty much the turn they need. This is exactly the fight they were looking for. Pugner even baiting the front, and they all get stuck in the trees over there, and they're stuck around the Pugner, who they couldn't even kill off quickly because he had the Yules up and running for him. And then he made so much space in those fights, and they really need to focus the Pugner early on in the fights. If you take out the Pugner, you take out the majority of the utility on GangSquad, and then you can actively pursue heroes. But right now, if it stands, your Pug and your Sky just take too much entry damage if they just go into the fight. Despite the Pug just getting lined by a beautiful executed combination. Like, that Meteor Hammer into pretty much everything was perfectly timed. And Pug never had a chance.
Stormer, Nether Blast comes out as well as the Decrepify. Starts that ult, not gonna last long as the phase shift is used. Looks for the Nether Blast, has the Nether Ward as well, and he is just ripped up. This is LOTV, making it real easy.
This Pugner pick is absolutely destroying LeftOneTV. I had my doubts of it. I'm honest there, but it is working. If it's working, I'm fine with it.
It's working actually very well, and now the Basher here for this Sark. Oliver, he's really found quite a bit of farm. He's behind the Pugna, but 11,000 net worth, 1,000 above this Jug. Doing very well at the moment, and I don't really see him slowing down.
T2 falls at bottom. Make a little bit more space. 7k gold lead now. 23 minutes, and a couple of seconds ago, a couple of fights ago, it looked so even, and now they're literally snowballing out of control, you could say.
Yeah, heavily so, and over mid, you take a look. This is Axe as well as Wagamama, maybe in a little bit of trouble. Again, the snowball buys them some time. It actually ends up going over towards a creep. They've got the Decrepify. Look at the life drain. Waga just getting away. They don't lose anything for this attempt at a couple of kills, and they push a little bit onto the tier 2. Nothing too crazy, but again, the pressure is coming out from GangSquad constantly, and at times LOTV doesn't really know how to react.
Yeah, and again, it was the Nether Ward just completely counter-initiation. Also the snowball. 2 defensive tools, and they're not even using everything, but they get out of trouble for free basically every time. Also, this warding will stack up. I wonder if they actually caught this one in the base. But yeah, they basically know about every movement on the map beside the top lane.
19 to 14. Again, like we said, that 7,000 net worth lead just expanding constantly. And again, it just does not look like it's going to slow down. BKB next here for the Sark. What do you do to stop the Sark once he grabs BKB?
Yeah, like, pretty much the only chance you have is that you... Ooh, Song Top. Oh, again.
Looking for the Meteor Hammer to line it up. Finds it. Nether Blast life drain. Stormer is just the victim of great plays as Nagasiren just needs the Song as well as the Meteor Hammer. They find the Skywrath Mage right by the tier 3. Bash comes out on as skill. They throw the Battle Hunger on him. Not going to last too long with that purge. Got 14 stacks of Essence Shift. Don't know if you want to fight into that.
Yeah, and again, like, the Naga boogie is so on point on the Naga Siren songs. The Meteor Hammer is paying off extremely well against the Puck. This is the second time they had the perfect combination with, like, he needs one hero and he can heal Puck across the map. I think it's absolutely worth utilizing this song just to get, just to punish him for moving across the map.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Stops going for the Ags, is gonna finish off a pipe instead. He had picked up the point booster too, so interesting to see him mid-item kind of stop like that.
Invisibility.
Yeah, Bash up and running. BKB was soon. You're right. Like, if you have to BKB on this lock, the only thing you can hope for is like the axe. Like, there's just not enough. Like, if you don't lock him down, you can't use the Juggernaut because Lark just basically presses Shadow Dance. Scaref, despite being a non-factor, getting shredded by the ward every time so far. It's Slark being so far in the back. After him with the Invis rune.
And now the shards come out, but there's the Blade Fury. He'll have the snowball, buying some time. Actually goes to creeps, trying to keep himself alive, but now the Decrepify comes out. Eskil, he's going to jump on in with a blink call on a 9. They've already killed off Wagamama. They're continuing to move on forward. Eskil's going to be the second one to fall. Stormstormer as well as Hobity have to try and run. Trying to throw that ignite, but there's the song. There's the Meteor Hammer stunned up again. Dead again. That's going to be 4 as Hobity hits the deck. And they're still looking for Cube. They want the full team wipe. Oliver coming over. Just needs that bash. Not actually going to find it.
And there's a 4-man wipe. And again, the ward was just down. Again, 2,000 damage from another jump. Yeah, we just diving base now, don't mind. And that's the Leshwick on your high ground. Thanks, Edict. But yeah, Nezawad is just the absolute MVP for me here.
Edict comes in, they'll go for the tier 3. And GangSquad, 15,000 net worth lead. I'm not too sure LOTV have the ability to come back in this one. They would need a lot of time. As Oliver goes in deep, looks for Hobity. One shot until dead, doesn't commit, but the Yule stopping the blink call. Eskil in a little bit of trouble. The 3-man Dream Coil comes out from the puck. Stormstormer trying to do all he can, but you look over at Eskil. He's getting low. He's in a lot of trouble. He's disarmed thanks to the nice Decrepify. The snowball brings him in deep. They finally kill off this axe. Oliver trying to run out, just runs away. They will finally find the Tusk, but Oliver's your main target there, and they get the bottom set of racks anyway. Oliver ready to reinitiate. They'll find Cube. One shot, he's gone.
Yeah, this map belongs to the Slug. He will not get just chased away in those fights. Like, if you can't kill the Slug, you lose the fight. If you kill him, you win the fight. That's simply it. But so much up and running for GangSquad. I feel like they have this game firmly in their grip. The only thing that they just can't afford a slip up.
Oh, Stormstormer in trouble. There's the first hit bash. He has to jaunt further into the lane, but Oliver is still coming. Pounce. Didn't leash. There's the jaunt away again. The TP over.
It's puck hunting season.
Oh man, Tusk is coming in. The snowball tries to blink. Illusory Orb with the phase shift. Shards spots him, but he's just
not
too
in time.
far.
No blink. That would have been a nice play. Like, he actually had the chance completely on point. Could have blinked in and Wallace punched. You can't say TP. That would have been extremely well executed. But hey, he did buy some time on the puck, making sure they don't lose any unnecessary heroes in the meantime.
Blink all over mid. Mystic Flare. Staying alive for now is the Pugna, and it's going to get that much easier with the song on 2. I've still got this Meteor Hammer. Actually messes up the combo, but Decrepified anyway is the axe. They've already lost Q. Blade Fury, Wagamama trying to find something. There's the snowball. Avoids the snap of the Dream Coil. And Oliver just ready to keep going. They find the puck, but 9 still alive. Hobity trying to find the Pugna. Can he
the save
get killed? No. The save is there still with the Tusk. They'll take out the Ogre Magi. They look over at Wagamama again. He'll fall dead for 60 seconds. No buyback. Decrepify Dagon, as well as the Nether Ward. Down goes Stormstormer one more time. The buyback from the Ogre Magi. I mean, this has gone so far out of hand.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, this is just... They just throw everything that they have at them. That is only a Puck and an Ogre at this point, and there's a Pugna and a Leshwick in front of your high ground. Good luck.
Phase shift. Decrepified, Dream Coil onto an illusion. There's the Yules. Boogie's here. Illusory Orb trying to find something. He actually brings it into this other fight that's happening towards the bottom area. GG's going to be called. They'll get the dunk. The buyback from those Shrek. Everybody gone on LOTV. And GangSquad have qualified for Phase 2. Wow.
Well deserved.
Overwhelming with the Slark. And I didn't really like their game. their game plan with this draft, but I said they desperately needed to rely on the Sark, and they were able to do so.
Yeah, and they listened to you. Like, I wasn't a fan of the draft originally, but I gotta say, this partner pick in the end, it just really made the game for them. Yeah, 30k damage. More than Oliver by 7,000 on a partner.
Just Oliver absolutely destroying here, as well as 9, who, again, with that Nether Ward, the Nether Blast, everything he had more damage than Oliver. And GangSquad, they move on to Phase 2. Down in the lower bracket is LOTV. They'll play the winner of Vega versus No Bounty Hunter, I believe, tomorrow. There are only 2 best-of-3s. And that'll be coming up tomorrow. So that is it for us today. 3 best-of-3s. 2 of them go to 3. I think that was like, I don't know, 10 hours of casting. It was a fun day. It was a fun work day. A lot of fun casting. A lot of interesting picks. Heroes we haven't seen in quite some time. And that is it for the day. I'm your caster, BCop, joined here by Bottom of the Moon, at BCop92 on Twitter, at @bottom_of_the_moon on Twitter. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And somebody will be back tomorrow. So thank you again. Have a good one.